Good morning. Happy Friday. My name is Carolina. I'm going to run through the itinerary with you so you understand how this trip to Southern Africa works. It's only 8 days, but there's a lot of packed into this itinerary, so I thought it would be best to go through it together. I'm going to share my screen and you'll see the PDF that we have shared with you today. So this trip is planned for 4 people for January of 2026. January is summer in South Africa or in general in this part of the world. So you should expect really hot days, very humid afternoons, possible rain in the afternoon. This does not affect any of your touring. Everything is operational and we kind of build everything around the seasons. So you will notice that things will happen very fluidly and the guides will have some ideas if we need to tweak things, if we know that there's going to be like a thunderstorm or something in the afternoon. But let me go through the itinerary and I'll show you what it would look like. Just wanted to put that out there. This is a warm season. This is where summer vacation is happening for all of the people in South Africa. So you'll see lots of families. So it's a really exciting time. Everyone is traveling during this season. So January 9th, you're going to take your overnight flight. We're going to start with Johannesburg. So that January 10th, you'll go through the Johannesburg airport. Once you get your luggage, we will be waiting there for you with a private car and take you to your hotel. We chose the Sand and Sun Hotel, 2 superior rooms available for you, mainly for the location. It's a really great 5-star hotel, but the location is connected to a big shopping and dining area. So for that afternoon that you have free, maybe you get a second wind, you can walk to dining, walk to shopping, and have just an afternoon at leisure there. If you are the type who lands somewhere and are ready to tour, just let me know and we will add a guide that afternoon and we can add some touring for you, perhaps maybe one museum or something leisurely. January 11th, our private guide will come and pick you up and we will do a full day of touring. So we're going to visit the highlights of Johannesburg, the historical site. We're going to go to Soweto, which is the most famous township where Nelson Mandela lived, and it's still a very, very thriving community. We'll have a traditional lunch in the Soweto and we will spend the afternoon indoors inside museums. So there's plenty to see and do here. The most famous museum is the apartheid. I was just there a few months ago again, and truly you need hours to go through it. It is so well done. So we always leave that for the afternoon. And then we'll wrap up the day with a traditional dinner at Sakumzi restaurant, just so you can get a good flavor for Johannesburg, for the culture. It's very different from other parts of South Africa and very different from where we're going next. So after our 2 nights in just Johannesburg, we will take a nonstop flight to Victoria Falls. This airport is on the Zimbabwe side and where our lodge will be. So I put these little hippos on there because right from the bat, we will start with a Zambezi River dinner cruise. And you see so many hippos and elephants and activity in the water while you're having a meal on board, while you're completely covered. So even if it rains in the afternoon or there's a shower or anything like that, or even protection from the sun, you're covered under there. It's a really great welcome to the African bush experience. The sunsets here are unbelievable. So once you arrive in the airport, I kind of sped ahead, but once you arrive at the airport in Victoria Falls, we're going to pick you up with our safari lodge. So I am combining your tour of Victoria Falls and safari into one because Victoria Falls, yes, there's waterfalls. It's on the border of Zambia and Zimbabwe, but it is also surrounded by national parks, surrounded by wildlife, and surrounded by amazing lodges. So the lodge that we have chosen for you is the Wallow Lodge. Gorgeous 5-star property. It's kind of rustic because it has the canvas tents, but it is still boutique and quite chic because it's uber luxury inside, beautiful meals, very sustainable property, and as you see, just gorgeous. So there's pools, there's access to the waterfalls, there's wildlife, just wild all around the lodge. It is not a sanctuary, it is not a zoo, so you will definitely come across animals right outside of your tented camp. So the lodge includes everything, all your meals, game drives, as well as waterfall activities. So they actually will provide a tour of the Victoria Falls on the Zimbabwe side. They will arrange evenings, sundowners by the waterfalls for you. They will take you to the wildlife sanctuary. So there's plenty to see and do with the lodge itself, but I have elevated the experience further. So upon arrival, go to the lodge. We're going to do the Zambezi River dinner cruise for you, return you to the lodge. The next day, you're going to focus on the waterfalls. The guides from the lodge will take you to the waterfalls to see them from the kind of a panoramic view of all the falls from the Zimbabwe side. And then in the afternoon, you're going to go to the rainforest, do a game drive with the lodge. So many amazing things. It's kind of a combination of waterfalls and wildlife. Game drives, like I said, cocktails and canapes at the gorge, so you can have beautiful sunsets. Everything that's on this itinerary is included. What I have added additional for you is here on January 14th. You're going to be at the lodge for 4 nights, so plenty to do safari experiences and plenty to do waterfall experiences and free time to go to the village as well. So on January 14th, we're actually going to pick you up and take you across the border to Zambia, and you will go to see the falls from the Zambian side, but also have access to this beautiful Livingstone Park where you go by boat, where you have the access to go into the Devil's Pool. Well, you have a beautiful outdoor lunch here. It's so well done and so really needed for a full experience of the falls. You need to see them from both sides. And then when we return you in the afternoon to Zimbabwe, then you can go to the wildlife sanctuary, see some additional animals, have a beautiful sunset again. And then on your last day, well, I'm going to fix that typo. We're going to take you across one more border to Chobe National Park. The reason I take you to Chobe National Park is this is completely in the wild. There's so many animals here. This is where you can see your lions, hundreds of elephants, and the beauty of Chobe National Park, which is in Botswana, is that you will get to go by a 4x4 vehicle, but also by boat. So you will see two types of kind of safari experiences. So really just by going to Victoria Falls, you can tackle a lot on your bucket list. You will see the falls, you will see a village, you will visit Zimbabwe and Zambia and spend an afternoon in Botswana. You will go by 4x4 vehicle, you will go by van, you will go by open vehicle, and you will go by boat. So it's a really lovely experience. And then January 16th, we will take you to the Zimbabwe airport and you can fly home from there. Or if you're flying home from Johannesburg, you will need to connect in Johannesburg. Let me know what your thoughts are. Of course, this is a private tour for the four of you, so we can make any adjustments. But I love the combination of city and waterfalls and safari all in one without having to switch hotels and lodges. I think that's a great start. I would love to hear your thoughts. Happy travels.